perform and be reliable. That's what I want from these machines. If it can deliver reliable power for my customer and also put a smile on his face, I think I've done a job well. Hi guys, welcome to the Mahker YouTube channel, and I'm Dave for those of you that don't know me, and today this is part 2 of the farm truck build. It's running, it's driving, it's got a lovely red winch, a lovely Hyena bumper, and it looks mean, don't you think? So what you see there, this is from an X5 BMW, or a BMW X5 should I say. BMW X5 straight 6 M57. This engine is bone stock apart from what you see down here. Down here is a turbo that we stole from a later engine. These will be for sale. This is a billet wheeled, what I call as a V-band turbo. This is what denotes it as a V-band turbo, is how it bolts onto. So we take the flange off the aluminium M57 motor and we graft it onto the old stock iron engine, if you like. And that's how we end up with the ultimate machine. So I'll talk you through what we've got. We've gone with, this is what's known as like a DPF delete pipe. So this is a billet aluminium. We move the air in temperature sensor to here. This is available on our website. This is our stainless steel pipework, all mandrel bent. Stainless steel pipework here. This is an original cooling system from a Puma 2.2 or a 2.4. This is a fully bolt-in kit. So no welding, no cutting required. You don't even have to cut the gearbox. It simply bolts together, and this is also available on our website. This is the wide block kit. And if you watch my previous video, the video is called I Bought the Cheapest Defender for £3,000. Yes, I've spent a lot of money on it now, putting this front end on because I can't help myself. And my good friend Neil in Red Winches did me a killer deal on this winch down here. Come and check this out. Excuse the mud guys, I've had it on the farm. So this is what's known as the Nomad. Just look at this, like the stainless controls and the fixings, it's just beautiful. And we've got some nice big chunky wires to feed this winch because I plan on getting it stuck up to its knackers in the mud. And if you check these out, these are the Baja spotlights. These are in current form, that's just the DRL. I'll just flick them on for you. And watch your eyes. What I love about this front end is that these recovery points, proper heavy duty, and I just think cool factor, it ticks the box, doesn't it? We've gone with an AliSport intercooler, as you can see here behind the grille. And of course we've given it the equip layered things. This bonnet was a bit beaten up, so we've hidden the dents to the best I can below this plate here. Gone with the safety devices roll cage, and we mounted the number plate here. It's so hard, where do you mount a number plate when you're running a winch bumper, because I don't want to hide it across my lights, I don't want to hide it across the nice aluminium puck, so put it on a couple of P-clips and mount it on the cage. What else have we got? So we've gone with these are the equip side protectors. These are made from 6mm folded steel and they really are tough. Banded steel wheels, which are our own item. We sell those as well if you need a set. Stainless steel bolts, heavy duty drive flanges. Inside is pretty standard. Yeah, so in here is pretty standard. We've gone pretty sparse. I've given myself, you know, a nice little iPhone mount there made by Ram Mounts. And of course we've given it a billet wheel. We had to do that. I was actually driving along the other day and having a bit of fun with it, and I went like that and I bossed, and the Puma stick literally just crumbled in my hand. So popular thing that breaks. We are producing these guys thick and fast. We can do them in any colour you want. Classic bronze, red, black, polished, you name it, we can supply it. We gave it an Alcantara headlining. This was left over from a previous build that we had in the workshop. So this car's been actually built out of bits that have been left over from other jobs and cancelled jobs. So it's been a recycling process, I want to say. What else is going on in here? So we've gone with the Mud UK interior trim panels in the back, just to give it a little bit of creature comfort. And Bruno made a cracking job of the sound deadening you can see in the back there. I'm undecided if I'm going to put rear seats in it yet. Other than that, we've gone with heated seat upgrade. What else have we done? Oh, electric windows. You'll notice there's a hole left in the door. Because this is going to be a farm truck and earn a living, we don't need to hide them holes. It tells its story of what it previously was. So let's go for a drive, guys. So, what life is like in the farm truck. Inside here, you would not know that there's an M57 in front of you, other than how quiet the engine is. I would class this engine as a refined engine compared to the Puma. The Puma engine can be noisy, clackety, especially as they get worn and tired. But once the Puma's served its purpose and blown up on you and you've lost all will and hope with it, which a lot of my customers seem to do, especially when they've gone down the route of a second Puma engine. Some customers have even gone down the route of putting a third Puma engine in because it's failed. They finally come to me and we fit an M57. And to give you an example, this engine has done 130,000 miles. It came out of an X5 that used to be my father's. I allowed him to borrow the car for me because I bought this X5 off a dealer and it was too nice to break. So I said to him, have this car for a couple of years and then it will end up in a Defender one day. So what we did is he ran the car, he added 30,000 miles onto it, and then it became a donor when it got tired and got a bit rusty around the edges. Anyway, it's now in the farm truck and it's serving its new purpose in life. We're recycling these engines and I will rebuild it one day when it needs to be rebuilt, but until then I'm going to use it, I'm going to abuse it, and I'm going to have some fun with it. And we strapped a hybrid turbo onto this engine and it just works. So I'll show you in a moment. It accelerates very, very well. So the other day I came off a roundabout, it was a little bit slippy. The back end stepped out with this 90. I was giving it a bit of beans, but that's what it's been built for, having a bit of fun with. We fitted 33-inch PF Goodrich tyres and it's behaving really well. The other thing I love about this car is that before, where you'd have to change gears because you didn't have the torque to pull you through it, this car, I'm now currently in 5th gear and it wants to go. It's like, how do you call it? It's like an excited dog. It wants to just, I want to pull away. Referring back to one of my customers, a guy called Jamie, so we converted his car and he said to me what he loves about it, he can stay in his gear for twice as long as he used to in a Puma. And a lot of people, I normally see it on handovers where I'll jump in a car with somebody, they'll come and collect their M57 Defender and I see them, they change gear like this. And I'm like, rev it, allow the engine to use the engine's torque. And it's hard for me to demonstrate on this video because you're seeing me, but to give you an idea, if you were going to go for the overtake, most people would have to drop down a gear. The 57, just plant it and the engine will pull you into it. Obviously situation permits and how you drive, but I just love it. It's an absolute powerhouse. This one's running about 340 horsepower, I want to say. Gary Alive, we sent about 4 or 5 different takes on the tune until I was happy. And what I love about working with Gary at Alive Tuning, he understands me where I don't want the car bellowing black smoke out the back and being obnoxious. I want the car to wow my client, but I also want the car to retain its manners. I don't want it to start up and be belching fuel out the back of the car, and I just want it to perform more than anything. Perform and be reliable, that's what I want from these machines. And if it can deliver reliable power for my customer and also put a smile on his face, I think I've done a job well. And that's what I want from these cars. It's like the other day, it's hard to see in here, but it's covered in mud already. My 2-year-old daughter, Belle, she's been climbing all over it. She loves it. My son loves it. My partner loves it. There was chickens in the back the other day. There was animal feed in the back. It won't be long until it's full of straw and going down the fields. And I'm sure you can hear in the video how quiet this car is. Yes, it's been sound deadened, but we haven't gone the whole hog. We haven't had the bulkhead or the dash out, to line all of that, but the rest of it has been done. So the roof's been sound deadened with dodo matting, the rears have been sound deadened, but it gives you guys an idea, especially farmers. If you want to take your Defender to, you know, the next level and increase its comfortability, I think the word is where you don't want to be in a noisy car that's rattling and drafty. Bring a bit of comfort into it. Like the headliner that was in this before was actually rotten, and it was mouldy, and there's still mud in the dash. So we bought this car, I want to say, to a comfort level, I would say about 5. There's no fancy leather in here, waterproof, genuine seat covers. Tell a lie, there is leather. There's a leather centre console. This was left over from a previous client's car, so we're all up for the recycling side of things. But yeah, all in all, I think we've delivered what I'd class as a comfortable machine with some creature comforts, a second-hand steering wheel, and it just works. It suits what I need a Defender to do. We're going to hit some green lanes with the boys, put some smiles on our faces. We've got the winch up front if we need it. Yeah, so let's have some fun. Stay tuned, guys, for the next time when we go green laning and use this Defender for its original purpose. Back to its relationship with mud and enjoying itself. If there's anything you want to know about this Defender, or you actually want to come and drive it, don't be afraid to reach out to me, because the car will be available, and this car is going to be available for Morocco 2026. If you want to hire this vehicle, it'll be hired as a 2-seater. Chuck your kit in the back and have some fun with it. Please reach out to me on info@mahker.com for prices and availability. And the car will also be available for hire. If people want to use it for a weekend jaunt, social media, you name it, it's available. So ladies and gents, if you've got a Defender Puma 110 or 90 sat around your farm and it's not happy and it's not running right, if you don't want to do this to it and put an M57 in it, please sell it to me, because I would love to build more of these and breathe new life into the Land Rover Defender icon that this is. This is a rough and ready farm truck. It's built for a purpose, to be used, abused, and simply that, really. So this is my farm truck. Super proud of it, super proud of what the team have done, and we've done it on a budget. And if you can guess how much money I've spent on this car, so remember I gave £3 for it. I'm going to give you a little giveaway. So it's going to be a surprise what the giveaway is. It's going to be something that's made by Mahker. I'll give you a clue. It's on this car somewhere. I'm not looking at it right now, but I'll do a giveaway if somebody can leave a comment of how much, to the nearest £100, I've spent on this car. That's a good challenge for you. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and leave some pleasant comments. Thank you very much. Bye bye.